Anger. It can come out of nowhere. It can feel like a storm, an absolute whirlwind of emotion. And now here's where you're left standing in this raw fury of like this white hot anger like a dragon. And your first instinct is to lash out. After all, we live in a world where everything comes at us so quickly. And sometimes we don't pause before we react. But when you can back up and you can wait a moment and you can stop and you can do something about your response to that anger with whatever's going on around you, now you've learned to master yourself and you're not giving your power away to everything and everyone around you. Hello, fellow flames. In case we haven't met, my name is Dr. Harmony, and I will help you live fearless, live loved, and live free. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when all my videos and content come live. Today, I'm going to talk about 7 ways to get a fast handle on anger when you feel like you're going to explode. I think a lot of people are really experiencing a lot of suppressed emotions and it's forcing it up and out. And if nothing else, it's something that, for instance, myself, I've never really known how to feel angry, but there is a sense of the suppression that feels like a fury, a volcano that needs to just rise up. And it's like, how do we tap into that? How do we let it go? But how do we do it in a place that is from a very positive, healing state that can allow us to be who we are? Because the minute we release this pent up energy, the minute we can heal and the minute we can connect to like the next best version of who it is we are and what it is we came here to do. So today, let's jump into the 7 ways so you can get a handle on your anger. So the first way that you can get a grip on yourself is to pause and count. And remember that in that time that you feel like you're just going to explode, maybe pause and count to 10. And then when that takes place, and maybe say the counting is not really working, though you might need to count to even higher than 10, like take a moment to, just really connect to your heart in that place. Really feel the heart, but don't ignore the emotion and don't try to tell yourself this is not okay, because that's where you need to integrate with the emotion and you need to feel the emotion. But the key is the counting interrupts the emotion taking charge of you and keeps you focusing on your control of the emotion rather than it taking over you. And, then maybe you go through something and experience something or say something that maybe you regret later. This way, you're learning to manage that emotion and having more control over your responses. The second tip to get a grip on your anger would be to breathe. Because one of the first things people do when they're angry is their heart races, they shut down, they clench up, and jaws get tight. And that's where a lot of people have that program running, whether the anger's coming out or not. You're carrying that constriction on your shoulders, your neck, your jaws, and tension, clenching your teeth kind of concept. Take a moment and breathe. Do some calming breaths. And, speaking of, the interruption, it would not hurt you to learn how to connect that brain and breath into the body by just when you do take the pause, taking the breath. And in that, maybe instead of counting to 10, maybe taking 10 deep breaths. Now, there are all kinds of breathing techniques out there. And as a chiropractor, one of the things that I used to always say was that we are only using 1/7 of our lungs. It's the most underused organ of the body. And it's a part of what is creating the constriction that we carry and holding in. Even our rib cage doesn't move. Even our spinal column gets stuck and restricted in this process because we're holding the tension there. So in the moment, stop and breathe, and in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose And let it out. And you can feel that. Imagine it coming in through your heart and like out, like a circle and a cycle. There's also alternating nostril breath where you can place your ring finger and your thumb like this on your nose. And basically you go inhale, and then you hold and you exhale. But now you actually inhale this side again. And you exhale. This will provide clarity. I invite you to pause the video right now and do 10 rounds. 1 round would be each nostril, back and forth. This will really help bring a sense of clarity, help bring a sense of calmness, help integrate the body, breath, and the being, help you basically, like in the exhale, also imagine like letting go of that pent up energy, and it can help you come into the stillness within in the moment, which is what's most important. So the third way to get a grip on yourself is shut up. This can be a hard one because sometimes people want to get the last word in. Everything's operating inside of you and you just want to vomit and like spill out. And like, especially if there's somebody else involved and it's like getting your 2 cents in. But seriously, take a moment and just back up and just zip it and not talk. And especially if you're angry and you are, apt to say anything at that point that you might regret later, remember that silence is golden. Like literally zip. Like imagine zipping the lips, shutting up, refusing to say another word out loud. Go into listening mode. Go into non-judgment mode. Go into acceptance mode. Go into a sense of breath and a sense of giving love and a sense of feeling that love and that higher golden energy coming in through and out of you, and you be the demonstration in that moment. And that can actually piss some people off when you do that because they don't even know what to do when you shut up. So try it though. If you feel like you really need to get out, just shut up. But on the flip side of that, I'll tell you something that will get other people to shut up. I've done this, as in, like a training I did as a chiropractor, and it was time for people to stop talking where we could finally get the treatment in, and you got to get moving and you keep them moving and you're moving and they're following you and you use body language with it, is to do this. So the minute, say that it's going and you've shut up, if you're going to do anything, do this. And I invite you to just practice it and walk around with it and just normal stuff. And somebody be talking and just do this and you watch them, they'll shut up like quick. So the fourth thing that can help you get a grip on yourself would be to grab your earphones, get some tunes on and burn off the adrenaline, even if it's like dancing in the room, taking a walk, singing along, catching something upbeat, something very positive. And, say maybe you're not even feeling whatever's coming on and maybe it's feeding into it, but, turn something on that gets you sidetracked for a moment in a sense that it's putting and shifting your energy into something bigger, greater, better. And the funny thing is once you start, the good feelings are going to start coming all over you and you're going to like just neutralize everything and you're going to just be like, you're going to shift it and it's going to clear whatever it is you're feeling. So it's a lot of times that adrenaline just needs a place to be integrated or to be focused on or to basically be infused through or funneled through some other modality rather than through you, because it can rule and take you over. And it's like coming in and through you. Now, I get this sometimes in a sense of this adrenaline, like whenever I do creation and I'm, say, writing or doing things like that. That adrenaline comes in and I'm telling you, if I weren't writing sometimes like a mad woman or doing some kind of creation, I feel like I would literally implode. So it's about getting the energy to come through, that's coming through you, out of you into something more productive. So the fifth way to get a grip on yourself is to take a time out. And kind of like being quiet, Taking a time out means you're just refusing to engage any longer with that person or whatever is going on, and you're choosing to take responsibility of who you are. You're choosing to step away. You're choosing to calm down. You're choosing to connect to yourself. You're choosing maybe to take the breaths and connect to your body. And there's nothing wrong with you taking that out. And it's also nothing wrong with you being angry and mad. It's just a matter of like how you're responding or reacting to these situations that can feel harmful, or to do things without coming into a place of the heartfelt component of who you are. And the heart will neutralize these things every time. So take time out, step away, and also I want you to think of this in the flip of this, because a lot of times people on this twin flame journey, they don't give people space to do these things for themselves. So if this is not you, give someone else the time out, give someone else the quiet time, honor them, and just shut up and let them have space. So a sixth way to get a grip on yourself would be to do the next best thing. Maybe you need to step away from what you were doing in the moment, step away from the person, take the time out, but in the process, do something productive. Look around. Maybe, something around you needs done. Maybe you need to clean out a drawer, a room, a bathroom, return a phone call, do some dishes, check your mail, take out the garbage, literally, like the things you're, going through you is like taking out the garbage. But also as these emotions come up, think about that. Like this could be garbage that is your garbage that's coming up. So let it come up and feel it in your life. Maybe for the moment, begin to do something every day at that minute to give you time to cool off, to connect, to get calmer. But then when you get calmer, revisit the next best thing you could do for yourself in this situation. What is the next best response? How could you handle this better next time? Where is this emotion coming with to begin with? And where did you originally get triggered? So if you haven't watched my series on the video I did on the 5 steps to retrace these triggers so that you can then heal and identify these emotions to begin with, make sure to go back and check out that video. There'll be a link above and below for you to connect to this Healing for Empaths playlist. So make sure to check that out. Okay, so the 7th one might be my favorite one because it's a really great way to transcend this energy and to convert it into something more positive. And then it is laugh. And laughter is truly the best medicine. It's something that's going to make you feel better. It might even be fake when you start it and intentionally, but it's so funny as to how a fake laugh can turn to a real laugh, because before you know it, you literally are laughing at yourself by how silly you are at fake laughing at yourself. Maybe watch something funny that makes you laugh, a funny movie, a joke or something you can catch online, or just a funny video. But laughter is truly the best medicine, and it's a great way to release this energy and to redirect this energy so that you can reconnect to yourself in a whole new way and reprogram those triggers so that your emotions are being controlled in a much more positive way that allows you to move forward past some of these hypersensitive stored stuff things that you have had the lid on, and it's time to let it out. So real quickly, again, just to recap, we've got anger that may be coming through, and it's not about anger being wrong. It's your response to anger you want to get a grip on. And there is, a key here is to be able to switch from, one emotion to another without denying the anger, so that you still feel heard, loved, supported. And this way you can begin to take more control and be in more power over your situations. But at the same time, you never fully lose control of yourself or the experience around you, and you're staying in control in some sense. Because as we're always saying, you may not be able to control the situation or the circumstances around you, but you can control your response to it. And that is what counts here. So thank you for watching. Make sure to let me know in the comments below if this video has helped you. And if you're watching this Healing for Empaths series, make sure to check out the additional video and the body attunement healing session that Julian has done online here, and also check out the link for the playlist. And don't forget to check out the ways you can glow forward with myself and him, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. And may you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Namaste.